here's the thing. For everybody listening, don't make the same mistake the Bengals just did in any facet of your life.
People are going to get hurt. It's the hockey season.
What about the Jared Cook play on the sideline?
I was very tempted to just put defense.
I'm saying it right now. If Anthony Davis is out for the playoffs, they don't make it out of the first round.
Come on, Austin and I have been saying this ever since Joe Burrow got injured.
I don't really think the Dodgers are going to make the World Series this year. I feel like they'll make it to the NLCS.
The Fernando Tatis extension, because that really surprised me.
Like you said, Ovechkin, he's getting older. He hasn't been playing as well as I imagined. He's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time, but he hasn't started off this season as hot as I would hope.
Hi, I'm Jeff Allen, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA opinions of the week. We were talking about the Suns, but this is very different from the Suns, but a team that was historically bad last year. The Pistons in the playoff race. Austin.
Yeah, and not just in the playoff race, they're out of the play-in currently. They're a game out, Kevin, from having their own home playoff series. They're a game back of the 5 seed and the 4 seed. The Pacers and Bucks are both tied right now for that 4/5 seed. And the Pacers are only a game back. What a crazy rebound it would be if the Pistons went from one of the worst teams in league history last year to getting their own home game 1 in Detroit for the playoffs.
Yeah, and this is, of course, under a new coach, and they have had some things, but they still have Jaden Ivey. They have Cade Cunningham.
Ivy's hurt.
Ivy's hurt. Okay. Because there was always kind of that, like, can Ivy fit in this offense with Cade and all that? And then you kind of have there's similar players, I would say, with Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. with, like, offensively, they're not the best. They don't choose the best shots, but they can get hot. But it is pretty shocking kind of how they got rid of Suns' former coach. And then they brought in, I want to say it was the Cleveland coach.
Yes, it was. Yes.
And things have turned around under him, JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah, and I think people are not talking enough about Ivy. Yeah, he's averaging 17.6, but he's hurt. He may return late March, early April, so around playoff time. But the guy who I think is taking a big jump this year, Malik Beasley. He averaged 11 points per game last year. This year he's averaging 16.5 off the bench mainly, 42.3% from 3, while attempting 9.3 threes per game. He's been a remarkable shooter this year. I'd say offensively, he's easily their second best player. If you include defense and other things, I mean, Duran's up there, also with his rebounding. But Beasley's been extremely impressive, and he's one of my favorites for Sixth Man of the Year this year.
Yeah, I know Beasley. Last year he was with the Bucks.
Yes.
So it's kind of they've added some small pieces, but I kind of viewed after last year as like they're going to have a historic or like a huge change with their offense and just kind of their like team drafting philosophy. But it's really worked with kind of just the small pieces they've gotten for them. And you mentioned Malik Beasley as he was someone that was good on the Bucks and showed flashes, and they really took him, kind of helped. And then they also, I know, have Paul Reed as their forward. They signed him from the Sixers.
Yeah, he hasn't played too much, but he has played some. I mean, a guy who's been very good this season, a second-year player. He started off the year kind of with blood clot issues or blood issues, and that was Azar Thompson. He's averaging 9.4 points. He's been consistently averaging over 10 points per game in February. One second, let me see what he is averaging. In February, he is averaging 13.4 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2.3 steals. Azar Thompson's been very good. I know his brother is being extremely successful with Houston, but Azar deserves some praise as well. And they did pick up Schroeder. Schroeder He's only played 6 games with the team, so he's been okay. I mean, he's playing 18 minutes a night, but he's not shooting well from the field. But there's hope that maybe in the future he starts to turn around. But their team's just been relying on Cade and shooting around him. Ivy was shooting 40% from 3. Tim Hardaway Jr. shooting 37.5. And they have good defense with Azar, Duren, and some other defensive players. So I've been impressed by the Pistons this year. And again, if they get their own home playoff series, I think that'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah, it'd be pretty amazing. And you mentioned they're a better 3-point shooting team. Last year, I think they were terrible at 3-point shooting, right?
Yeah, this year they are shooting 36.2%, which is 12th in the league. Last year, however, they shot 34.8, which is 26th. So they went from 26th to 12th, which is that's a huge jump.
Yeah. And that's just kind of a crazy turnaround given everything, and no huge changes with the roster, just small pieces here and there. So that is all I have. That's pretty impressive, and that's got to be exciting. I'll let you close this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know where you guys think that the Pistons will finish in the NBA this season, and any other videos that you guys want us to do.